You know, excuse me, it's still dark chocolate in my mouth. You know, I try very hard to be humble. But at the same time, I do think it is important to practice self-love. Excuse my little tummy here, but I mean, surely this is something. Surely this is something worth giving a damn about. What the fuck is up, gamers? It's your boy the Goods. We are here for episode number 37 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. In the last episode, you guys, I think we're in the middle of a trial or some shit. I don't remember. In this episode, we're gonna find out. God, I love dark chocolate so much. 4 squares of dark chocolate from the Dove group that I get is 170 calories. So I have consumed 12 squares today. That's about 500 some calories. My lunch was like 900 something. I had a tuna sandwich. Point being is that my total right now for the day, after eating 12 pieces of dark chocolate, my total calories consumed for the day is like 1740 right now. Now my total burn for the day is like 3100, and by the end of the day should be around 4000. Which means I can go get 4 more pieces and still be in a 2000 calorie deficit.
Your very existence being a contradiction. I'm not sure if you can grasp this or not.
What the hey, Yeti? You make me sound like some sort of alien!
But your testimony is conclusively contradictory.
That's right, we're gonna find out what's contradictory about his testimony.
The problem here is time.
I've never been the best timekeeper, you know. 3 minutes after Billy leaves on foot, you follow him on your bicycle. How long does it take for you to catch up with him? Terrible at those.
This is much more simple. You saw the lightning strike Dusky Bridge, and immediately went to see what had happened. Is this correct?
Yeah, well, I wasted about 5 minutes first, more or less.
What a fucking time waster.
I have the weather data from the night of the murder here. According to this, the lightning fell at 10:45 p.m. You say it takes less than 5 minutes from the shack to Dusky Bridge, meaning you probably got there at around 11 p.m.
That all sounds about right, I guess. And then Nick showed up and did his fallen act.
That is impossible.
What do you mean?
11 p.m. is when the murder occurred in Hazakura Temple. Thus, Wright was still there in the courtyard. There's no way that Larry could have encountered him at Dusky Bridge at that time.
Excuse me, I have an objection.
You do?
Edgy, how many times do I have to say this? I'm not Larry, I'm Maurice Donham. Yeah! It has not been proven that the murder occurred at 11 p.m. The sister only said around 11. In which case, it could have been earlier than that.
Watch your footing there, Miss Franziska von Karma. The slope ahead is slippery. For there is still no way that Wright could have been at Dusky Bridge at 11 p.m.
And why not?
It is clearly written here in the weather data report. It took around 30 minutes for the bridge to burn out. Therefore, the bridge must have been burning until at least 11:15 p.m. Which means what exactly? Wright did not see the bridge while it was being consumed by the flames that night.
What? Yes, he did.
In fact, he did not arrive on the scene until after the flames had died down. Larry! You arrived at the bridge at 11 p.m., but Wright did not make it there until at least 11:15. I suggest you stop hiding things and just tell us the whole truth. Now then, what happened during those missing 15 minutes?
I feel like I just got brutally woken up by a toilet splashback.
Ew.
I guess I was still sleeping after all. Pinch me. Order! So there was a missing 15 minutes prior to meeting Phoenix Wright. I hardly see that as much of a problem. Yeah, not much of a problem at all.
Really? The bridge is burning before your eyes, and there's a phone right next to it. Why, then, did you not report the accident? Yes, witness. Why didn't you? Were you simply there to watch the bridge burn? And therein lies the problem. For even after the bridge had burnt out, he was still there. Staring into space, this witness didn't even attempt to fulfill his civic duty.
That's what it sounds like.
Ah, but this is Larry we're talking about, and even he is incapable of being so stupid. Which means there has to be a reason for his inaction.
Neji, I think it's about time I got serious with you, dude.
Just as I thought. You've been playing with us all this time.
Listen, I'm going to tell you everything. Are you sure you want to hear it all?
Yes.
I may really say it this time. Then say it!
Very well. I have a terribly bad feeling about this. However, let's have the witness finally give us the whole truth. Now, for this 15-minute gap, what were you doing, witness?
I had a great idea, by the way, speaking of what I'm doing right now. I'm doing a 2026 bingo sheet, right? Which I haven't really posted on YouTube about because I only make like my projects and shit. I don't do a whole lot of like personal stuff, like vlogs and shit. Not anymore anyways. So I'm doing pretty good on most things. There's a few things I haven't even touched yet, but most things are either planned or whatever. And on 2027's bingo, if I can successfully do this one, I want to do a fully voice acted like project, like not just this. Like right now when I'm talking, like this wouldn't be here. It would be like I take this and I edit it so that it is continuous. Like I'll retry lines 100% and cut out the like fumbles. You know what I mean? Like I want to do a fully voice acted project, and I was thinking Danganronpa 2 would unironically be peak for that. So if anybody's watching in the fucking chat, go ahead and comment down below and be like, that'd be cool. Or fuck that, stupid head, do this, and then I might do that.
I'm a donum. I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and awe that I was feeling, I transferred it all directly onto the page. Before I realized it, the flames had gone out and then he came running up.
He was just fucking drawing and shit, dude.
I suppose artists can be strange folk.
That's right. I'm willing to sacrifice everything in order to draw the perfect sketch.
Including the truth from the sound of it.
Mr. Edgeworth, has this removed the last of your doubts?
I'm trying to like channel the fucking Canadian in him, but it's hard.
Not at all, Your Honor. One very large doubt still remains.
And what would that be?
This is a surprisingly believable story, especially considering the source. So why did he think he needed to hide it from us until now? I intend to drag the reason out of him.
You'll regret this, Edgy.
The fuck is he hiding?
That he saw fucking Stinkus? I'm a donim, I'm an artist. What do you think I was doing? Sketching in front of the bridge. I was whipped up into a frenzy of art. The shock and I always feel like I transferred directly onto the page.
Okay, so hold on. Who?
The burning bridge moved you that much, did it? I find that hard to believe.
You moron, Edgy! You don't understand me at all! If I see an abandoned cat, I'll find myself passing by it with tears in my eyes. I'm a man overflowing with irresponsible kindness, and I use my irresponsible kindness to fill the pages of my notebook. An artist using a notebook. It's so pathetic, it makes me want to cry myself. I command you to go buy at least a proper sketch pad! What does that got to do with anything?
I'm not sure if I care for an artist using a notebook for sketching. Proceed, witness.
What?
What about your? Where the fuck is it?
You forgot the passage of time to that extent, did you?
Well, once I get caught up in something, I tend to forget everything else.
That's true. He's always been that way. I guess he's not lying about that, at least.
Phoenix Wright appeared on the scene after 11:15. If he was drawing until then, that dispels all doubts.
Aside from doubts of his humanity, eh?
There's a big clue waiting for me in this cross-examination. This testimony does nothing less than mock the court. But I'm sure there's a vital kernel of truth hidden in it somewhere. Tell us, Larry.
My name is Larice. Get it right. Mistakes like that are what keeps you from being popular with the ladies like I am.
Just who exactly are you?
I'm Larice Donum, apprentice extraordinaire.
That's what he calls himself in any case.
Then you are an artist?
Of course, I'm an artist, the real thing.
Yet again, that's what he calls himself.
Names mean nothing. There is only one issue I care to discuss. What were you doing?
That is a very big issue indeed.
So,
Can we see the fucking sketch?
Sketching the burning bridge.
The burning bridge and everything that came with it.
What came with it? Yeah, I knew there was something.
You want to hear this from my lips, do you, Edgy? You'll regret this. That sketch of mine is gone. Enough. Just take that ridiculous sketch of yours out already, Fitness. What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean.
That does indeed appear to be the fastest solution. I'll leave it to you, Mr. Edgeworth.
What should I do? I've got a terrible feeling the instant this sketch is revealed, the entire world may be changed by what is depicted there.
we have to look at the sketch.
Larry, I wonder if you could show us your sketch, please.
Well, even I couldn't imagine if it turned out like this.
Imagine what?
That Laurie Stoneham's debut would take place here, today, like this. Ouch! Show it, now! Okay, well, steel yourselves. This is the world of Louise Dolan!
I forgot all about this shit.
Ah! Well, so this is Dusky Bridge, correct? Quite a large bridge, isn't it? Your response, Miss Von Karma?
Yes, well, it's a better drawing than I expected. Isn't it? I struggled to reproduce those flames, I really did.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
This is going to get ugly. No one has the courage to bring it up, it seems. This mysterious flying object. Larry.
What?
The burning bridge is fine, but what is that unfortunate-looking figure?
Ah, you spotted that? I thought you might.
However much I might want to ignore it, I can't.
It's Iris, of course, Iris. I wish she'd take better care of herself. We have to plan for our future, you know. What would have happened to her if she'd injured herself flying like that? What the fuck are you talking about?
Larry, please, answer this next question honestly.
Okay.
Are you really claiming to have seen this? Are you claiming to have seen the silhouette of the defendant flying over a bridge that was engulfed in flames?
Yup, that's what I saw. That's why I drew it. I'm an artist, a real artist.
You... Hi! The girl, she's really high up in this picture.
It's funny as shit.
What was that for?
This is all a bad dream. I was hitting you on the cheek to test that theory.
Please whip your own cheek from now on if you wish to test your wild theories. Anyway, no court of law will ever acknowledge that people can fly!
Actually, there is some precedent for this.
What? What are you talking about?
She was flying pretty high, my sweet Iris. She was about 30 feet above the bridge, at least. It was really something to see.
What the fuck do you mean there's some precedent for this?
This has to be some kind of mistake. Mr. Edgeworth, please bring the witness back down to earth.
What? Me?
This witness is your friend, is he not?
Accessory to foolishness, Miles Edgeworth.
Let us get back to the cross-examination, by force if necessary. Mr. Edgeworth, I expect you to expose the obvious contradiction here.
Yes, Your Honor. Looks like I've got another reason to remember this moron.
Well, what do you think of my debut piece?
Get that thing away from me!
God, he's as mad as I would be.
Now, hurry up and cross-examine him!
You didn't see shit! You didn't see shit! You didn't see shit!
Larry, what did you really see that night? Not that I particularly care.
In your position, that's just being irresponsible. I drew exactly what I saw. I'll give you a whole dollar if it's the truth.
If that is truly the case, then there's just one thing we can say for certain.
What might that be?
that the person who flew over the bridge could not have been the defendant, Iris!
What? What do you mean? I don't understand. What? A foolhardy folly of a foolish statement by an equally foolish foolhardy fool. How exactly can you make this claim?
Tell us, Larry. According to this picture, the individual whom you say you saw was wearing a hood, correct?
Of course she was. That rundown shack is quite away from the bridge. The hood is what told me that this floating angel was my Iris. The hood is my darling Iris, and Iris is my darling hood. What? It seems there are bigger fools in this world than the one at the defense's bench.
Larry, there's something you need to be made aware of. On the night of the murder, Iris wasn't wearing her hood. She had given it to Wright as a gift. Are you going to change your story now? Perhaps suggest it was Wright who took the flight!
What are you talking about?
I think you understand what I mean just fine.
Why did Nick have Iris's hood?
What?
Archie, what's going on with Iris and Nick? Why, you Nick! You dog!
Yo, that's crazy.
I do believe that this unbelievably mysterious sketch is destined to disappear, discredited and discarded, straight into the garbage.
What is it now, Witness? It feels like I've been waiting 25 years for this very day to come. Edgy! Today's the day I get to completely stupefy you!
What?
What is the meaning of your outburst, witness?
I hate to have to do this, but I have some definitive evidence.
Definitive?
Evidence? Iris did indeed come flying over the burning bridge, and I, Laurice Stoneham, shall prove it.
I didn't expect to ask this again, but we shall be needing your testimony once again. Tell us anything you know concerning the defendant as depicted in this sketch, and show us your evidence that this nightmare was really a reality.
Okay, I hope you're ready, Edgy, because I'm gonna feed you a whopping serving of pain!
You've been serving us a whopping serving of pain this whole time! Trust me.
Damn. I don't know what the fuck he's about to do.
When I reached Dusky Bridge, she was already gone. I was so worried, so I frantically searched all over for her. That led me to finding a beautiful crystal spear, half buried in the snow. I'm sure that Iris was simply wearing a spare hood. After all, no one else could have lost the crystal spear that night.
Oh, crystal spear!
This one, pretty, isn't it? But finders keepers. Said spear, where did you find it? Let me see, around here somewhere. Looks about right.
And was half buried in the snow.
It had pretty much stopped snowing by then, but there was still some falling as I walked to the bridge.
The court accepts this crystal spear.
That's mine, okay? I want it back afterward.
There's something on it. Oh my, it's blood!
What? Blood?
You ready, Edgy? By tomorrow morning, you'll be calling me Master Larry. Yeah, I like the sound of that. No one's gonna push me around anymore.
Didn't you want to be called Laurice Stoneham only a few minutes ago?
Yeah. He did. He did want to be called that. Alright, well, you're a fucking idiot. You are a fucking idiot.
Larry. That's nice.
I love Larry's testimony, because 9 times out of 10, you can immediately just fucking present something. Or, like, in general, when they say something that's so obviously false if you've been paying attention.
That night, there was someone. Someone who lost a crystal spear.
There was? Who was the stupid idiot?
Miss Elise Stoneham, the mentor to a stupid idiot.
The victim?
Who was this stupid fucking dumbass?
Fucking bitch.
I have a photo of her here. And on the end of her staff, you can see a familiar looking crystal spear.
Hey! That's my photograph! Give it back! Ouch! A crystal sphere like that is quite easy to find. I have one just like it on my brooch.
They look nothing alike! Idiot. In any case, please take a look at this. This is the victim's staff found at the scene of the crime.
Ah! The crystal sphere! It's gone! What? Holy shit! What? Just what does this mean?
If anyone jumped or flew across the bridge that night, it certainly was not Iris. After all, she was not wearing her hood. More importantly, the crystal sphere found at the landing site was not hers either.
That means the one who flew and dropped the spear was the victim, Miss Elise Stoneham?
What?
A fool alongside another fool on a fool's errand to reach a foolish conclusion. First of all, this sketch, which I prefer to call a scribble, is ridiculous. People cannot fly, so it is rejected. You can't do that! I saw it with my own two eyes! It's this crystal sphere. This is nothing more than a red herring.
You honestly believe that?
Give it some thought, and I'm sure you'll realize it as well, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Stoneham was in her room on the night of the murder. There was no reason for her to go to Dusky Bridge. Therefore, this sphere cannot be related to this case. That is all.
Objection, asshole! Miss Franziska von Karma. The only people who can accept that explanation are scatterbrains and clowns.
Why are you pointing at me?
The victim's crystal spear was found near the bridge on the night of the murder. Yet you expect us to believe this has nothing to do with the case?
Objection. That crystal spear. It was probably thrown away at the bridge after the murder.
After the murder?
There is blood on the crystal sphere, isn't there? This would naturally suggest that it was thrown away after the murder took place. The killer placed it there to throw the investigation off the scent, which is the exact same reason he threw that ridiculous sketch! What? You mean I'm the killer? No way! All joking aside, just when did this crystal sphere appear near the foot of the bridge? Unless this can be proven in some way, I refuse to believe this is related to the case.
She makes a valid point. There's no evidence that Elise Stoneham left Hazakura Temple that night. However, if somehow this crystal spear can be proven to have been dropped before the victim was killed, then this case is going to transform into something else entirely.
Your response, Mr. Edgeworth. I want your final opinion on the disposition of this crystal sphere. If it is not related to the case, then this witness who you called will have been nothing more than a monumental waste of time.
Let me, save the game. Just before we get, way too fucking out of hand.
Prepare yourself for some very appropriate punishment, Miles Edgeworth.
Can I prove it? Can I prove that the crystal sphere was dropped before the murder took place? I have to.
I have to.
Can I prove it? That isn't the issue. To simply prove it, that's the only option. That's what he'd do. That's the way Phoenix Wright would do this. Your Honor, allow me to prove something to you. I will prove that this crystal spear is a vital link to the solving this case.
You will do what?
That look in your eyes. You remind me of Phoenix Wright when he's cornered.
That should come as no surprise. Because right now I am Phoenix Wright, and I am indeed cornered.
I order you to present your evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let's go ahead and save number 1 here, because it's probably going to be the next thing.
Evidence that proves the crystal spear was indeed dropped before the murder.
Okay, so... Tracks photo, hold on. That does nothing for us. Crime photo. That'll do shit for us. I can only assume. Is it the hood? Created by Elise Stoneham when she was alive. There's only like so many things it could be. My immediate next guess is maybe it's the fucking hood. That's not it. What else could it be? Weather data? Shit, no, don't save over that. What the fuck could it be? Crystal Spear was dropped before the murder. Half covered in snow. Let's present it. Okay, yeah, I can. I tried the weather data, but I guess you'd literally just present it.
This crystal spear, it was half buried in the snow, correct?
That's right. If it hadn't stopped snowing, then it would have been game over. The snow would have totally covered it.
That's all I needed to hear from you, Larry. Your testimony makes one thing quite clear.
What?
When the crystal spear was dropped, it was snowing, even if it was ever so slightly.
Snowing?
On the other hand, let us look at the scene of the murder. As proven earlier today, there's no snow on this victim's body.
Ah!
Therefore, the crystal spear must have been dropped before the murder.
What?
Order!
On the night of the murder, the victim did indeed go to Dusky Bridge. And there, something occurred that caused the staff's crystal spear to come loose.
What? What could that have been?
This spear. There is some blood on it, isn't there? Allow me to raise a certain possibility at this junction. The real crime scene was near the foot of Dusky Bridge.
Objection. The murder didn't take place in Hazakura Temple Courtyard? Only a fool would suggest such a foolish piece of absolute foolishness.
Just who is the fool, and which part is so foolish, Miss Von Karma?
Have you been paying any attention this whole time, Miles Edgeworth? The sister saw everything. She saw the victim being killed by the defendant in the Hazakura Temple Courtyard.
Objection. Fucking idiot. That's not exactly true, now is it? To put it more precisely, what she saw was the murder weapon being removed from the victim's body.
See, that's the same thing!
No, it isn't! You said it yourself.
Very little blood is actually lost at the moment of a blade's insertion. If you want to talk about when the most blood would be lost from a body, that would be when the blade is removed.
If that statement is the truth, then Dusky Bridge could easily be the scene of the murder. The murder weapon was not removed, thus there was no bleeding.
You are forgetting one vital thing, Miles Edgeworth. Elise Donham's body was found in Hazakura Temple. On foot, it takes 15 minutes to travel from Dusky Bridge to Hazakura Temple. You mean to suggest that someone carries the body all that way?
I've made it this far. The only place to take this is to the end. I just need to prove that my version of the offense is also perfectly plausible.
Now, if the defense is ready, the court would like to have an explanation.
Okay, the method? Fucking easy. Fucking easy. Fucking easy. Fucking easy. Fucking easy.
On that snowy night, there is one way that a body could have been moved. The snowmobile.
Oh!
As we know, the snowmobile was used that night. It was explained as having been used to dispose of the murder weapon, but it also could have been used to carry a body!
Order!
This is completely unacceptable, Miles Edgeworth! You've dug yourself into your own grave!
What do you mean?
The only one who could have used the snowmobile was the defendant. She is the one who moves the body. Doesn't that put the final nail in your coffin?
Huh. You're too late, Franziska von Karma. And in fact, the defense has proven something else entirely. We have shown that this case requires further investigation.
What?
Where was the victim, Elise Donham, really killed? If her body was moved, whatever for? And finally, just what does this image mean?
Do you even need to think about that? Such a creature could never see the truth, let alone describe it.
Objection! This witness certainly sits on one of the lowest possible branches of humanity. However, he would never utter a lie that could hurt a girl with whom he's enamored. He drew this, so it is something that actually happened. The defense stands firm on this point.
Edgy, thank you!
That settles it then. I cannot give a verdict under these circumstances.
Right. I seem to have fulfilled my part in this. It is just as I thought. Franziska von Karma, you make a wonderful partner.
Excuse me?
There was one reason, and one reason alone for me being here. To expose the darkness lurking in this case, and then pass it on to Wright.
Really? That's what this was all about? You could have just told me that from the very beginning. Then I wouldn't have had Franzi whipping me all out! Miles Edgeworth, I don't care about what you are here to do. This was my chance to finally grind you under my heel.
A shame that your chance seemed to have slipped you by.
What a shame, Franzi! This is all your fault! Such a terrible witness. You are an affront to what the legal system stands for! Ouch! I demand satisfaction! Why'd they make her so freaked out?
I cannot believe that the witness's testimony relates to an actual event. However, there has to be some sort of answer for the questions it raises. Have his words here today been the truth or lies? Next time we gather in this courtroom, those are the matters that shall be addressed. I'm counting on thorough investigations by both the defense and the prosecution.
And with this, the rest is up to you, Wright.
Court is now adjourned!
To be continued. And with that, I end things. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.